All right, take two. That was my all right, here we go. That was my... That last stream ended because I just got a phone call that my daughter, my 23-year-old daughter, was so drunk she couldn't walk. So I had to go and pick her up. Oh, joy. Anyway, let's get back to what we were looking at. All right, what have we got? Gold creeping higher, and equity markets sort of just flat. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of work here, which is sort of fascinating. You probably don't care about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know, you can... Where's my music? Let's get the old royalty-free synthwave going again. This is fantastic. This is exactly the best background I want. Bow, bow. Alright. Now, I'm doing this job where I have to count stacks of paper. What a great job, you say, counting stacks of paper. Why would I have to do that? Because my business that I have, my day job, requires lots of paper to be moved through it. And the paper has various things printed on it. And I have to keep track of the stock of it. Hundreds of shelves of paper. And I've worked out a way of doing it so that I can take a picture of it. AI! Maybe I can get AI to do it. I can take a picture of it and that'll tell me how much... Tell me the stock I've got. So, edit, crop. That's the shelves. Hundreds of shelves. Oh, that's not all. That's not all. Hang on. Let's autofocus. Let's just autofocus for a second. Come on, focus on that, camera. I have to do it myself. There you go. Look at those shelves. Hundreds of them. I can take a photo of that. Or I can use this photo and I can count every one of those shelves individually and tell you how much is in there. Yes, I can. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do a bit of cropping though. I'm going to make it into a rectangle. Counting sheets to synthwave. I love it. Okay, I turn this into a rectangle. Once I download it, I'll do it all on the screen. Save a copy. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Let me put that on my cloud. Okay. Let's get a new window and watch this amazing transformation. Maybe I just capture my desktop. Is there anything incriminating on my desktop? No. Let me just add a desktop. Oh, hang on. Maybe I add a scene. Yeah, let's just add another scene. add a scene, and call it desktop. There we go. You can watch the chart and listen to the music. So if anything happens, there we go. We'll leave the NASDAQ open for you. And you can watch that for a minute as we count down to my death. And I will continue on with my work for a minute. No one there anyway. What's that? 12? That should go back to my other. How far is that? Oh. There we go. 10 seconds behind. Alright, you can watch the NASDAQ there. If anything happens, yell out, yeah? Alright. I am going to go back and finish this job. Let me shut down Image J. Quit that. Don't save that. Alright. I'm going to check some other photos here. Okay. Let's go back here. 21, 31. Let's get some 31s. 51s. 61s. 71. 81. 91. Z2's all good. 81, 91. There we go. All right, now I gotta. 3A131. What did my stock say? What? Oh, no. 171. 171. 161. 3A 161. 3A 161. Yeah, only 8. Okay, good. So that ordered 22. So now 30. Well, that says 36 now. So why does that only make... What? What? Oh, 160. What? S8. Oh, fair enough. Ah, it's 26. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to up these. Why don't we make this 30 like the others? There we go. There we go. That's better. Then we go up here. Then we go to the order. Let's try again. Yeah, it's better. All right. We don't need any C1s. I'll be back. I'm here, guys. I'm just doing some other work. Don't need any B1s. Don't need any G1s or I1s. D1s, 151s. Yep, good. Everything else will take. All right, very good. Yeah. I'll take 4 then. Okay. All right. Okay, now I just got to look at these tests. What have we got? Achievement tests. 2A, A, B, C, D, E. Heaps. Actually, I've got a lot of kids starting 2A. Let me need some more 2As. That's all good. Jim says A1, A2, B1, B2. All good. P4 English, that's fine. Alright. That's pretty good. Oh, I already did that. Already did that. Alright. Okay, it's been done. I'll send it later. Alright, let's go back to the charts. What do we got? Oh, where is it? Ah, down here. Alrighty. Gold. Now here we go. Gold. We like gold. We like to see gold doing a little bit better. This is my jam, baby. Gold is my jam. We like gold. Don't mind Bitcoin, but I really just don't care anymore about that. What I do care about is some terrible equity performance. Yeah, well, still no one looking at me. I don't care. Let's have a look around at a few things. Let's go to Mr. Commodities and let's have a look at oil. Oil. Now, if you keep ignoring... see, if equities come off and inflation goes up, then you're going to... If they want to save the equity market and keep rates down, then what's going to happen is oil is going to go through the roof. And yeah, we all remember this. COVID, oil to zero, negative, fantastic. Oil is going to explode. Now, any country that's not the US, right? Australian dollar oil. We're importing inflation here. Right. Ugh. When oil's on the way, oil's up through here. Energy. Copper. Ugh. What is it doing? Copper. There is nothing there. It doesn't tell me anything. I'd almost just buy a straddle. Could go anywhere, that thing. Because if all the electrics is slow and... Oh, look at palladium today. That's not the full chart. Give it a sec. There we go. Alright. That's interesting. Holy cow, that's interesting. Whoa, that's a massive top. Look at that. Whoa. That is some symmetry, baby. Look at this. It's a bit like lithium, isn't it? I'll tell you what, you buy that, you buy platinum. Look at platinum. You gotta buy some of that. Like these metals, the money supply at the moment is so enormously gigantic. People just don't, if anyone decides to get hold of this, Jesus. Oh, that is cheap. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Alright, so everyone's awake, right? It's 20 past 8 in America. Everyone's up. R2's in the way. Wake up, boy. You're supposed to respond to sound. See, things like real estate, quality real estate, compared to things like frickin' platinum. I mean, name me one thing you can buy for the same price it was 20 years ago. As much platinum as you want. Silver's 60% higher. Gold's a lot higher. Jesus. Man, these cryptos just took all the heat out of the metals this time around. Platinum. You know, it's almost impossible to get platinum. Oh, it comes from South Africa. Like 2 countries in the world mine that stuff. That supply can be shocked very easily. Wow, coal. Bang. Lightning in a bottle, wasn't it? Remember the European natural gas problems? Fertilizers gone forever. Look at the volume trading down here. This is going to go again. Now what's platinum done in the last 5 minutes on a 5-minute chart? Why the hell did that have such a big run today? Oh, too hard. Maybe it hasn't traded for a few days. Yeah, that'd be it. That would be it. Alright, PPI out in 5 minutes. I don't think, given that the CPI didn't move anything yesterday, really, I don't think the PPI is going to be particularly interesting, although it could be. VIX, let's have a look at Mr. VIX. Volatility, cheap. Look at that, cheap. It's only like this. I mean, it's come off the bottom a little bit, but I've traded volatility for a long time. Let me say, I've traded vol since 1993. Well, I guess 90. But vol properly since 1990. I was trading options in 1990. 88, 89, 90, and then I started as a professional vol trader in 92, 93, end of 92, beginning of 93. So this pretty much encapsulates my life as a vol trader. 1990, 93 here. Dinosaur, lol, yeah, that's me. I'm a dinosaur. So that's what, 93 to 20, 30 years. 30 years I've been a vol trader. 30 years. And look at the lows. Boom, 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 boom. These are the low periods, my friends. Vol can trade up here. Doesn't stay up here very long. If she gets panicky, she gets panicky. It never stays there for very long. So if you ever get caught in a vol spike, ride it out. Just ride it out. You always ride out vol spikes. If you got enough money. The trouble is the guys playing it and they get caught short, they don't have enough money. You should always sell vol spikes because look at it. Over 30 years, it just always calms the fuck down. Always. Look at the weighted... Like, let's do it. What's this? A weekly average. What's 30 years? Like, what's the weighted average of those 30 years? On a weekly. What's that? 1,500 weeks? So let's add a new moving average. We're going to add a new average. Where did that go? Here it is. And we're going to change it to 1,500. Now the 1,500 week average here is 20. Right? So let's get rid of that. So the 1,500 week, is it 30 years? 30 times 50 is 1,500. So is 20. The average of the VIX over 30 years is 20. It doesn't go below 10, and the average is 20. There. Doesn't go below 10, average is 20. So if you see it at 44, you sell it. The trouble is, if you're not a vol trader, it's a little tricky to try and sell vol and not have the gamma. And vol curves get a bit crazy. Because if you can't just short the VIX weird, I mean you can. It's not really a thing though. Here we go, 10:29, 5 seconds. So the PPI does nothing. Here we go, and boom. Oh, yuck. Oh no, that's nothing. It's a little bit. Looks like a strong print. Tiny strong though. Everything's knee-jerk downwards, so if we go and have a look at that, that will be a firm print. PPI, yeah, firm print. 0.3 versus 0.2. 2.4 versus 2.1. Well, that's going to fuck the market because that's... Yesterday was neutral and that's hotter. So I'm afraid we're all fucked. Why is there no one here watching this happen? All right, I'm just gonna post this. All right, yeah, here we go. Here we go. That's gonna set in motion some enormous selling. I think you got a pretty bad day coming here. I'm gonna call it. That's not gonna be pretty. Everyone's gonna set up a little negative here, but that's just gonna set the tone. Wow. All right, here you go. Bond market failure today. Bond market failure today. I don't think TLT's got a pre-market. Oh, it does. Yeah, it's down here. This takes out the lows. Let's have a look. Daily TLT. My God. Yeah. See, you've really got to watch what happens here with the metals versus shitty market. People still don't own gold as an ultimate flight to safety yet. But when the flight to safety gets real, like, they'll sell off. You risk off will take the metals off initially. But no one's got gold. No one liquidates gold in a time of stress. Because the only people who own gold are people who've got enough money to own it and don't have any leverage and don't need to sell it. Because they own it. Yeah. This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Yeah. This is going to get fucking ugly. Get ready. Get set. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just texting there. To people who should be in the chat, but they're not there. Oh, you know what? I should have my new thing on there. I'm going to have to shut that and reopen it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're back. Yeah, now I've got PSQ on there. That's my little short. I bought this yesterday. Short Nasdaq. Little puppy. Let's have a look at this on a longer time frame. Oh yeah, that's cheap. Yep. Bought that at 1060. Let's see if we can run that to 15. And what I buy in Australia? Some B-Bus. I bought this as well. This is an ultra short. This is like a 3-to-1, I think. Oops, what just happened there? Alright. You got to be careful with these funds, like ultra levered funds and everything, because if nothing happens, they decay. Because they've got options in them, and you can't get leverage for nothing. You can't just sit there levered with no risk without options. So these premiums decay. But anyway, let's see if we can't run that up to 14 or something if this starts to get pretty ugly. All right. Okay. So, headline. This is going to get ugly. See, they're going to look at the NASDAQ. Well, not even the NASDAQ, just the S&P, right? Same chart. It's the same stocks in it now, right? So, as soon as they realise there's so much air under this, and all this hype, all this Nvidia hype just suddenly goes, oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Maybe, you know, maybe we should at least fill this gap here before we get a bit too excited. Fucking the land of eternal promise is America. Like, just give us a dream. Don't give us something valuable. Just give us something that's a dream that we can buy. So that comes back to 325. That's going to give up 30%. It couldn't take TSM with it. Couldn't get up there. AMD, you know. So Nvidia's what? Got a monopoly on AI. Sure it has. Pity about everything else falling apart. No one buys graphics cards anymore. I mean, it doesn't matter. They've done well. They've got another business. Good. But it's not everything. Hang on, back to the headline here. So, back to so there's plenty of air under that. Now, if this keeps taking out the lows on the 5 minute, let's go to an hour. So it's still short term, but it's got a few extra days in it, right? You start taking out these lows here. You got a horizontal line through here. Trend line's busted. And you're going to give up these levels one at a time. You can give up 14,800. And then you're going to see 14,400. There's pretty easy argument to say this just piles off here halfway. Because nothing's any better. And if this goes tonight, I don't know if this is going to go tonight, but they're going to go soon. They're going to go. This is. Cannot tell you how bad this is. This is very bad. Watching what? Alright. This Treasury index looks fucking terrible. This was when all the pension funds were broke. Back in here. And this is just flopsy over here. Man, this is not pretty. Monetize the bonds. You're going to monetize the bonds. Gold will risk off with everything else for a bit. You'll just get everything selling everything right now. But these are the things you want. Levered short fund. Here we go. BBUS. Double short. 2.5 short. NASDAQ. Cheap. PSQ. Short fund. Cheap. Couldn't give them away. So we got a few of them on. Alright, this is the fun one for now. NASDAQ 5 minute. Droopy draws. Gonna get ugly. Gonna get ugly. Aussie dollar just looks... It's just collateral damage at this stage. If there's any risk off, then just poor old Aussie just gonna go to 59. NASDAQ, you're gone, son. Oh, there's 10s. This is not good yield. This is not yield because the economy's good. This is yield because no one wants to own the fucking bonds. No one wants to own a damn thing. Good night. Crash time. Crash time. Alright, well, we've still got 45 minutes till opens. Let's see if anyone's panicking. No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Ivermectin, Pelosi, boring. PPI rose more than expected, yeah. Index of final demand services. Oh, 7.6% rise in the prices for portfolio management. Yay! I'll take that. That's good inflation. Yeah. Okay, so the FDA, this is not finance, but the FDA is now letting people prescribe ivermectin to treat COVID. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a joke that whole thing was. Oh, here we go. She's gone. I'll risk off everything. Metals will take it on the chin as well, but nothing like this NASDAQ. What does that do to the PQS? 1%. Should have bought more of that. Whatever. Yeah, it's gonna get pretty horrible. It's gonna get pretty ugly. Alright. Oh, it's gonna get ugly. Oh no, the synthwave music's gone a bit. Oh shit, hang on. Don't play through there. Alright, can we get one viewer? Oh, I've got 2 views now. Oh, that was me. Alright. So, what have we got here? 5 minutes. This was last night in here. Now it's failed to be below that. Market ugly time. I don't know why I had to type in the chat. I've got the microphone. I think given that it wasn't a lot of fun yesterday with the neutral CPI, that the firmer PPI just doesn't help, you know? Just makes everyone a bit... Why the long face? Look at this TTL, man. You should have looked at this, like... TLT. I don't know why I keep saying TTL. TLT. Daily. This just looks freaking terrible. Like, it's just rolly over. I just... I don't... If that... The Fed's just gonna have to buy everything and just monetize everything. This is not good yield. This is not increasing in yield because the economy's doing better. This is just an increase in yield because no one wants the... It's price driven. No one wants the bonds. Nobody wants them. High grade corporates. Let's have a look. Same thing. this, you know, like, is it terrible? This work in here, this is all half the move work. This is the sort of Fibonacci work where you move, you're halfway down, and you move again. This shit is just going to head into here. Now that's going to be all over the news if that happens. Yeah, I'm not in my MicroStrategy. Last night I swapped. Last night I did the straight up swap. I sold MicroStrategy and moved the money into the PSQ, into this. I bought this yesterday, short Nasdaq, with the same money that I had in. So I went from long Bitcoin to short Nasdaq with this in the same breath. I still don't hate Bitcoin here. I don't hate it. I don't hate it because no one's in it. Well, MicroStrategy to cash would be leg one, but I went straight to short Nasdaq at the same time. Yeah. I put on the MSTR PSQ, what do you call it? Switch? Whatever. But then MicroStrategy, like, I really only like MicroStrategy as a little bit of a way to get to Bitcoin. But MicroStrategy's got this. Oh, we were going to look for. I was going to look for the debt portfolio, wasn't I? Let's have a look. It still sits in my absolute shit portfolio, and I own some of it. MicroStrategy. Let's have a look. More financials. Balance sheet. MicroStrategy. Total debt. 2.24 billion. Which hasn't really changed. But I thought he... When did he borrow all that stuff? Oh, in here. Look at this. This is when he started. So he's gone from zero debt in 18 to $2.5 billion in debt just to buy Bitcoin. And that's how much Bitcoin he's bought. So you've got a total funding problem with $2.5 billion. Now, let's rub our hands together and think about how much he has to pay for that. $2.5 billion, which he thought he'd borrowed for 0%. So 2,400, this is in millions. So 2,400 million times 0.05, this will be in millions. $120 million a year in interest costs. 120 million. Income statement. Revenue. Are you ready for this? Total revenue. Total revenue for MicroStrategy. 500 odd million. Gross profit. 390 million. Yes, our Bitcoin yields 0. Operating income. 10 million. So their operating income, he's got to pay. He's fucked. He's got to pay 120 million a year in new interest. Oh my god. He's fucked. And for 500 million, it's not even a lot of money, is it? For these type, for a big corporate. It's not that big, is it? Well, he's just got revenue from his normal company. Like, they do stuff. He just decided that he's not going to get any revenue from the Bitcoin. But he was, if you have a look back here, he was earning 500 million from the company through here, 16, 17, 18, 19. So his company makes money, but there's no earnings growth. Like his company, whatever it's doing here, hasn't done anything, hasn't grown. Oh my God, this guy's dead. This guy's going to zero. Yeah, I don't know. They just overview. Engages in the provision of enterprise analytics and mobility software. Ugh. Hyper.now. Power user bundle. I'm sure he's got plenty of competition in his space. I mean, you know, MicroStrategy provides 8-year-old software. Well, I agree. Sell. Like the only reason you would hold this is a pure Bitcoin play. And if Bitcoin doesn't move, this company's insolvent. They're going to be losing $110 million a year in funding this shit. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. If Bitcoin stays flat, he's fucked. He's long an option. So I'd say this little blip up here is the end of it. He goes back to 150 and then he goes to zero. Because he's got no other assets. Like if they have to liquid, like, man, he should be selling this shit now. He's just got to... Hang on, let's go to the headline. I mean, these aren't big moves yet. This is only 60 bips, NASDAQ. But I think it's ominous. I just think it's ominous. It's tipping off. It's 50 puts. Like 50% on everything. Like 1 penny stuff. Yeah, exactly. We'll do it. We'll throw some in. What time is it? 28 minutes. I'll open the book. Hang on. I'll open the book. Alright. I won't put this on the screen, because all those other users will see all our stuff. All those other viewers. How many viewers have we got? 1. Hang on a sec. I'm just opening the book. Alright. Yeah. I thought of buying some Bitcoin calls and stuff, but I don't know. I just think it'll go to zero. No, hang on. I want to... I don't want to log in on my phone. Oh, so annoying. Log out. Abort. Abort. Just let me log out. What if I just close the app? Righto, let's do the notification. Tap to complete authentication. Righto. Touch for the key. There we go. Alright. Now see, this is what I want to see. See this here. This is silver, right? It tipped over with Mr. Nasdaq. Whoa. Hang on. Desktop audio off. Yeah, close that. Close that. Yes. What? There we go. Alright. Alright. Oh, it was a good idea to sell it Whitehaven out yesterday. Beautiful. Alright, let's have a look. SPY. No. What is it? Yeah, SPY puts we got. SPY. SPY. Okay, so it doesn't trade pre-market. Not on our system anyway. Alright, well those VIX puts are gonna go to God. Anyway, silver tipped over and gold. So they're all tipped over with the Nasdaq, but then as everyone runs to safety, they come back. The Nasdaq will come back a little bit, the metals will come back harder. I don't know how to buy Bitcoin calls on our system here. Favorites. Bitcoin crypto. Let's tick on that. Yeah, well, no options come up. I mean, I don't feel too desperate to hold on to Bitcoin. I just didn't want to get pissed off if it ran along with gold again. Like ran 5 times harder and I didn't have any. Whatever. Alright, whatever. 1108. Look at these other metals though. Platinum's still 900. Look at where this is. This hasn't moved in 20 years. 20 years, man. I don't know, you gotta stick some platinum in your safe or something. Look at that. Dinosaur, there I am. Platinum, it was 900 in 2005. That's pretty base level there, I reckon. Will it ever move? I don't frickin' know. All these things ever just decide to take off and have another run. It depends on how bad bonds get monetized. There's your TLT index since 2003. There's 20 years of that. Well, there you go. If platinum's where it was 20 years ago, so's treasuries. My God. What a destruction of wealth that is. An absolute destruction of wealth. I guess they've paid out coupons along the way. Not much. My God. Why is the Euro stocks down 1.6%? Oh, because it missed some of last night's move, didn't it? Yeah. I get it. I lost my internet. I hope the stream didn't suffer. Oh, fuck you. Oh no, it's good. Alright. What was I looking at? Aussie dollar. This has got to have a... Yeah, I lost my internet connection. Thanks. I got some sort of error. At least it recovered. Can you hear any crackling, like static? Really high level static? So I heard a bit when I was listening to it earlier on a recording, but I've got nothing through my headphones. So if there is, I don't know what's causing it. Like in my headphones it's crystal clear, there's no staticky anything. Oh, thanks. Good. Okay. I don't know what it was earlier then. Aussie dollar. I reckon it's got to freak everyone out with a 59 handle. Just finish this little thing off, right? I mean, there's a pretty inoffensive little standard old channel. If you get risk off everywhere, you're going to get risk off in the Aussie. It's going to join the party. Regardless of our government surplus and our trade surplus, whatever. But this will get risked off with everybody else. And just a 5 handle is exactly what spooks everyone out of it. I reckon if you're going to back the truck up, you back the truck up at 58, if you ever see it. If you ever see it. Yeah, you can see the same line through the middle, exactly. It's yeah, look at that. Yeah. Maybe you have a little go there first. Maybe you run that first as a bit of a... Yeah, you run that down into here, and then you come back up and you retest in here. You try and get it above back into that work and fail. And then you go, ah, boink. Like that. There you go. Take a screenshot of that, or at least we can come back and play the recording and see if that happens. We've only got to wait for another year, and 2 years. We can watch this in 2 years, and we can see if that is exactly what the Aussie dollar did. Double bottom off here, go out to a weekly. Oh, look at this. These just come up and hit that old top there. That bottom in there. There you go. There's your target. What you guys who want to buy the Aussie? Mid 50s. And just sit on it forever, just like we did back here. And the interest rate differential here was just lovely. You got paid like 2% to hold it, 3% to hold your long versus the US. It's crazy. Self-funded position. Like life-changing position. Just, if you see that again, back it up. Ugh. Overbought anyone? Jesus Christ. Ugh. Alright, 13 minutes. I'm going to sit here into the open and see what happens. Any stocks doing anything? Let's have a look. Nothing massive. Oh, hang on. I can bring this screen around a little bit. Oh, God. What a terrible... It doesn't work on the screen at all, does it? Sorry about that. What? Oh, I've got to do it that way. That way. Now everything else that way. There we go. And now this one that way. Oh, there we go. What a clusterfuck. What the hell? Jesus Christ. There we go. What a disaster that was. Sorry. That was some dead TV, wasn't it? I need to lock that. Whatever. Oh no, I know what I've got to do. I've got to bring this over. There we go. Oh shit. I am a spastic. And if we shut it, boom, there we go. Alright. Then we bring it back. Yay! Okay, so what was I looking for? Any big moves here? No. Anything in the garbage? No. Any of Kathy's stuff? Oh god, red again. What's coal doing today? No prints today yet. Alright, 10 minutes to go. Alright. This copper's getting weird, isn't it? I do not want to know what to make of that. It's still just in this pennant, isn't it? Hanging around the moving averages. I don't know. I don't know about that. A bit of a fish hook there. Looping all the way down here. Look at that. Loop, loop, loop. Might be another fish hook here. I don't know if it gets caught in the... What do you call it? If it gets caught in the risk-off downdraft. Like, that is a bit fish hooky. Hook there. It's like the gang hook gang. I mean, they don't usually do more than 3 or 4 though. Yeah, see, silver's back up. I don't know. See, tried to risk off with the fuge, but it's back. It's back. Gold sort of nothing. And the Nasdaq's still down here. Minis on the lows still. I don't know. Ugly time. Ugly time. Tens. Ugh. Let's have a look at the daily. Oh, God. I mean, of course that looks like it's going to explode up there because the TLT, the price graph ran the other way, looks like it's going to collapse down from there, right? Same chart, just inverted. Oh my God, see? You've just got to buy index funds. You just got to close your eyes and buy the fucking dip. Because you get a full 40 years of bond movement like that. My God. That's not going to create market distortion, is it? All the way down there. So this breaks through here and it goes straight to 5.5%. This old high here. This is where the bonds are going, right? This is it, in here. Just draw that. Cross a few highs here. Let's copy that. Bring that down here with all this work. There you go. So all this bit of a channel in here, all this back up, retested it here. Oh, new levels. Back up to the channel. Worked in it. Now it's going to cross the other side of it. You get outside it. You go outside of a channel. If you come back into the channel, you trade the other side of it. That's going to 5.3. And that's not because things are economically hot or anything. That's just because no one wants to buy the bonds. That's all that's happening there. That is just dire. I would not buy that with your money. Oh, that's horrible. Monetize the bonds. This is going to be a wave of monetization. It's going to be enormous. It's going to be ridiculous. They have to buy every bond and turn it into just cash. Ugh. Alright, what do we got? 4 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Alright. How does she open? Oil. Oil McOil. Alright, here's the short term. Daily. I mean, it's still just on its tear. You're about to drag the moving averages up. They're about to cross. That's going to be a good thing. That's going to be a good thing. Alright, daily MACDs are just... I mean, it's a little stretched, but it doesn't mean much. Because it's not overly done. It just can sit there like that, and it can just bounce like that. I wouldn't worry about that. Weekly. Oh! Weekly... Oh, fuck, that looks good. See that there? I mean, you can see the line, right? Toppy, right? Here. Toppy, down here, bottomy, down here, nothingy. So sometimes it doesn't work, right? Didn't really work there. Flat line from there. But it's heading up. Let's just turn around. Without having gone. Yeah, I like it too. Like it's turning up without having... It's a bit like this one in here. Right? Actually, this whole complex could be a bit like this in miniature, right? This whole big thing here. Let's log it. You can't log it because of this one that went to negative 50. Wrecks the chart. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, when data attacks. I can't log it. But this MACD here, it's a bit of a turn up, a bit like this. Yeah. I mean, that one did okay. And this one here did really well. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine. Alright, here we go. Let's open, baby. Oh, okay. Let's open, and the Nasdaq gets sold. I don't know why I'm looking at the Nasdaq instead of the minis, but probably because it's where the beta is, right? Let's head up a bit here. Keep going, baby. Keep going. 80 bips. Gold hasn't made a new low. Silver has not made a new low. So they're decoupling a bit. Nasdaq. Ooh. Sounds like I've got emergency selling music there. Sell it, sell it. Oh, not happy, Jan. Tens. Searching for higher levels. Let's go and have a look at the old TLTs. Oh, that's not bad. It's only 30 bips. It's nothing. thought that might be worse. Ooh. Oh, you're buying the BTU dip. Let's have a look. BTU dip. Order filled. Those be interesting stocks. BTU. Yeah, because it had that pop last night, and it's just you get to have another bite at it. I can see that. I can see that. Let's go out to the daily. Let me get rid of this indicator here. Yep. Away we go. It looks a bit like the coal stocks over here. Funnily enough. Like, lol. Of course it does. All just coming back to life. Oh, NASDAQ. Ah. Oh, right, okay. I mean, this is not huge moves. It's still only like 1% for NASDAQ. But you see how it's tipping. It's tipping over here. It's tipping. I'll turn my desktop audio back on. It's a cool sound when it says order filled. Oh, maybe not. Look, silver just hanging on. Not tipping over. Gold. Not tipping over. Bitcoin. Not tipping over. Equities. Tipping over. Because that's where everybody is. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it was a bit of a failure yesterday, wasn't it? BTU was a bit of a failure yesterday. What was I going to look at? Oh yeah, see what these, like, AI Wunderkind, Nvidia, oh, TSM down another, oh, TSM looks like it's, hang on, that's got some new air. Not really. This looks blancmange. Nondescript. AMD. All these chip companies, man. Underwhelming. Underwhelming. Wow. Meta. What a recovery. $90 to $300. See, that's tripled. Why can't that give a little bit back? Given all the problems it had back here, it still has. God, they just got to get on to everything so hard. You can't just buy things back in a little bit. All right, so now, if every time these jack up a little bit, then gold should push up, right? Yeah, like silver break out of here now, right? Gold break up here maybe, and the Nasdaq's got to try and hold itself together. So you get like a clique effect, like a ratchet effect for the rest of the day. Every bounce you get in the equities, you get a little bit of a blip up in the metals, and they keep together. But then the equities just roll over and go in your low. Unless, of course, I'm completely wrong and it just decides not to happen. Which is highly likely. Aussie dollar. Oh, it's got to have a 64 handle. It's gonna have it. There's no big stories though, right? It's just grindy, drifty. Alright. There's your open. There's your open. Volumes, blah, nothing much. Metal volumes. Oh, metal's volume's pretty light actually. Gold's really light. Yeah. Silver average. Oh, there's volume here around the CPI yesterday. Big volume in the future. It was a solid day. Yeah. All right. That's it. Boring. I might watch it for another 10 minutes or so. See if anything breaks. When the fade hit yesterday, just after midnight. The peak was in at like midnight. Then this. Yeah. Ugh, natural gas. What an impossible thing to trade that is. Good lord. Where's that gold silver ratio? Hang on. Here we go. Here's a trade. Here is a trade. Sell that. Close that. I mean, it's not as good as 90, but yeah, maybe it's no man's land. Maybe it's no man's land. News Corp most up on the day. What? What? Am I looking at the right thing? Is this the right one? That's a dumb looking icon. How is that? Well, this is the US one, or is it on? I don't know. News Corporation, NASDAQ. What's this other one here? It doesn't look... How far up is it? it's not showing it on here. Yeah, this is NWS. I'm looking at NWS here. Yeah, this is it. News Corporation, NASDAQ. NASDAQ stock. It's like... Well, I mean, if it's the most up on the day, does that mean everything's down? Like, it's not up very much. Is that what you mean? Is that the joke? It's up 2.5%. Oh, I see. Right, I gotcha. I thought it was like some weird, like up 8% or some shit. Earnings yesterday. Surprise. 64%. Because they thought they were going to make no... God, these companies make no fucking money. They make absolutely no money. Now look at this. Hang on, let's go back here to our little metals versus the NASDAQ here. And let's... Oh yeah, look at there's the pop in the 5 minutes. But there's your news pop on the earnings. But look at this. Silver's now breaking out of this little roundy bit here as the NASDAQ plumbs new lows. Here we go. Shall we have a look at this? Let's see if it goes to new lows here. Now silver's outpacing gold. See, isn't that funny? As the risk off gets a bit worse, the metals start to look a bit better. Here we go. Let's see Mr. New NASDAQ low. Let's party like it's 1999. Silver. Rocking. A few green bars. Gold. Rocking. NASDAQ. Shocking. Minis. Blah. No beta though, the NASDAQ's beta king. Bitcoin. Nowhere. Aussie dollar. Has traded with a 64 handle. What a dog. What have we got? Nvidia 2%, TSM 2.5%, Qualcomm, AMD. What's Apple doing after it's nothing? Yeah, 40 bips. Well, let's just not forget the yield gap. Where was that chart that you sent today? And that 10-year yield versus net. I mean, we know what it looks like. Alright, fascinating. How's our SPY going here? VIX up a couple. PSQ, boink. Thank you. Oh, here we go. New lows. Boom. Keep going. Have a little gap. Have a little gap party here. Jump off the gap, as we like to say in Sydney. You can do it. Wow, these cryptos are just dead. Dead, dead, dead. Nothing going on. All the volatility out of them. all the trading bras are gone. No chimps. No chimps. Oh, another new low here. Oh, it just wants to hang around this down 1%. Just holding on. I'm going to hold on to down 1%. Oh, there we go. Bottom's in. Oh, now there's something. Oh. Backwards and forwards. Alright, well that might be the excitement over. What's our book doing? Not making any money. Yes, Ness is alright. Alright, I'm going to quit that. Alright. Well, we might be running out of any interesting moves now. Except the 10s. They look like a bit of a snake's head. That could be just brewing. I might watch that for another 10 minutes. Who would have thought it could be so riveting to watch the bond chart for 10 minutes? Something's breaking here, guys. Something's breaking. How's that Hang Seng on a daily? Ugh, jeez. What a dog. Oh god, that's just horrible. God. That's when I worked there. Yay. And that's where I retired. I retired from Merrill Lynch. Oh no, not there. Here. I had left the office by the time that day happened there. I left the office in here. Boom. Market can't do any more now. Retire. Fuck. One of the guys I made an MD the year before got fired down here. He'd worked at Merrill forever and he got made an MD in here. I got him made. And then I left. And then he held all this shit that he owned in Singapore up to here. And it just went to nothing and they fired him. Hero to zero. Poor guy. He's a good guy anyway. Here we are here again. Well, no fun there. No fun there. Alright. I'm going to do a 10-minute countdown to finishing. Look at that, I'll get 9 minutes closer to my death on the death clock over here. I'll point up to it. There's the death clock. That's how many weeks I got left to use instead of sitting here watching these numbers move around on the chart. on the screen, but hey. University of Michigan survey in 10 minutes. Well, maybe that'll be a good thing to watch. Alright. Or plus inflation expectations. That might give us one more blip. Alright. Let's wait for one more blip. FCX chart. Alright. I will have a look at FCX. Freeport McMoran. Oh. We got some news today or what? No, nothing in particular. Daily. Oh wow. I mean, it looks a lot like a gold chart. I mean, all of these things that look like this look prepped for the breakout, but there's nothing to say they're going to. It looks like it's just like a gold chart. I mean, it's ready to go if it... I mean, if it wants to, it's ready to go. Should look a bit more like copper though, right? Hang on, let me get rid of this. Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me what, tell me when. Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at it, put it with copper now. Which makes more sense, obviously. I mean, you know, no shit, right? There you go. So the pennant's all there, it's still good. But it's, you know, moving average behavior is the right work. It's just got to execute. So I think you just got to keep an eye out and be ready for it. If it starts to go, it's going to go. Or you can invest in it now and worry if it breaks low or stop out of it. But at the moment, it's just... I mean, Freeport actually looks a bit better than copper, right? You'd have to give it that. So if you... It's doing a bit better than copper here. So maybe it's factoring something in. Maybe they know something, right? It's not a bad sign, you know, because it's like when we like the gold stocks to move ahead of gold. You'd rather the stocks move. So that's something. I'm trying to see if it normally leads, but that's actually interesting. Because where that is would sort of imply copper at about 412 or something. Is that right? That's a big... That's a weekly. So that's diverging on a weekly for a while. I don't know whether you buy copper on the back of the Freeport or you just stay in Freeport if it knows something about copper, or you... Ugh. But there's something there in that divergence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a couple of months it's been doing that. All right, 3 minutes to the last bit of data. And then we'll probably call it a night. Yeah, that's right. It is 12. It's a long way. That Freeport's been moving up like that for weeks. Of the lizard. We now call copper the lizard. I'm happy to do that. Still about a 10-minute delay. Not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. About 7 or 8 seconds delay. There's about an 8-second delay between. Now it's 10 again. Whatever. Oh, the copper. Yeah, okay. Sorry. We still haven't worked out what was on the 1. Hang on, I'm going to do that now. Let's go and see what was on the 1 cent. I've forgotten what was on the 1 cent coin. Australian 1 cent coin. Oh, the little possum. There you go. Remember the possum? There he is. And then the 2 cent coin had the lizard on it. Look at that. Beautiful. So there's your copper. Collect these. Tons of them. And then the 5 cent had the little echidna on it. Oh, isn't he cute? All right. 40 seconds to go to this amazing piece of data, which I think will have zero effect other than to make me go to bed. I'm going to leave it on the, we'll leave it on the print to see if we can work out what the number does instead of looking at the data. 10 seconds. Oh, you'll see the data as I see this, but you won't see it happen. Oh, it's all right. It ticked up a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. Gold's having the best of it. That's funny. Metals are happy. Oh, God. Dead in line. Oh, the inflation a little bit. Oh, God, what a joke. This data, just nothing. Continue on. Let's just continue on with the fact that everybody's broke. And these bits of data don't really mean a lot. And no one can afford to roll any of their debt, and they're all insolvent. Let's just recall that MicroStrategy is going to be losing $100 million a year to fund his Bitcoin position when he has to roll his current bonds. Ugh. I don't think they put the debt maturities on here, right? Do they put a debt? Non-current line. This is their bond portfolio, right? Long-term debt. Look at that. It doesn't say. It doesn't have the doesn't have the maturity on it. Book value per share, $58. So it's only trading at about 7 or 8 times book. Yeah, it doesn't have the maturity profile on there. I don't know where we'd find that. Whoa. But I don't know how he's going to fund any of that shit. Alright, well it looks like everything's okay now. Well, there we go. Now that we go back to a paltry 50-bit move in the index and nothing for the minis, that all turned into nothing. I'm going to call it the end of the week. It's now Saturday morning, as this all turns into a big nothing burger. Alright. I'm going to press the stop button. Have a good weekend. All right. Cheers, guys.